Morning, y'all. Just want to do a quick, I was at work the other day. They had a package in, another pre-order from many moons ago, just arrived. One of the last couple of pre-orders that I made, because not bought anything else from Hasbro. No other pre-orders. I'm kind of salty about some things with them, which I'll discuss later on in a different video. But just want to do a quick review of the Stinger. They bill it as the retro Stinger because it's a lot of the same packaging as like the retro stuff, the Hiss and the Fang. I don't really like to call it retro because this is more of just like a quote modern O-ring. Just that, those are my words. But let's see what's going on with this here. So the Cobra Commander and Duke, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, the Officer and Trooper. I did a review on the Officer and Trooper. Other people have done the other four. Reviews are mixed, thoughts are mixed. But I just wanted to cover this because I just got it and it gives me a chance to do another vid because I haven't done one in a while. So actually on the outset, the art looks cool. It's really cool looking art, classic, just like the old Stinger box back from the 80s. Little odd that it's called it's a Cobra Officer. It's not Stinger Driver. I mean, the Stinger Driver was a repainted Cobra Officer, but still. So that is what it is. So unboxing this, what we got here? We have blueprints like Days of Old, which is pretty cool. I like that. It's pretty decent. It's more of a, not in the same vein as the old blueprints, meaning the old ones was more of like a description of the vehicle, the parts, the weaponry, so on and so forth. And then elsewhere was the instructions, or the stick decal instructions. Typically, those were on the same side as the assembly instructions. This is a little different. You have assembly and then decals. So it's missing that other component, but that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. Not a big deal. And I'm not doing these decals now because that'll be for another day. I just want to look at the actual vehicle here. So packaged in similar, usual fashion, just tied in with the little rubbery ties. Let's see here. And I'm just going to cut these because I'm not going through untying all these things. So let's get these cut off. So we'll look at the figure last. The Jeep here. So, all right. On the out, it looks cool. What used to be a sticker here on this motor part, right there. Back in the day, that was a decal. This is actually a paint app. So, little thing, not a big deal. Looks like it goes together pretty straightforward. It locks in the front and the back, same way as the old one did. And in this bag, I'm assuming is the missiles and all the other stuff. So let's see here. Yeah, all the other stuff. Rear bumper, push bar for the front, roof, doors, missile rack assembly, steering wheel, so on and so forth. So as far as the Jeep goes, seems pretty decent. Let's see and get these parts here together. Yeah. Let's see. I'll just snap these things together here. Pretty simple. It's a little front bumper to this thing. Oh, that's a dashboard. So dashboard in, it's got a steering wheel. It's a little different in the sense that the parts are just a little odd, like the way they sit. This clearly is the dashboard and goes here, but it doesn't like connect. I'm imagining the top of this holds it in place. Everything else looks pretty decent. You can tell the plastic, not so much on the chassis, but this is rubbery, so to speak. Not rubbery, that's probably a bad term. Just a softer plastic. It's not bad, honestly. It's really not bad. The missiles are a slightly darker red than the originals. Pretty sturdy. I do like the fact that the doors, the connector part of the doors that typically back in the day would be like this part in here was super skinny. These would snap real easy out of the back or the front of it, and once they snap off, then your doors would just kind of hang loose. It was easier to keep the doors on like the Vamp Mark II because they snapped in here at the A post. So you could just like kind of snap them in place. The Stinger was always a little tougher because it was a gull wing door, so it if it wasn't snapped on, it was just going to fall off. But overall, I mean, I like that it's a little thicker. That's not too bad. Everything else seems to be in pretty decent shape. Kind of digging it so far. They didn't really do a bad job on the Jeep itself. And the figure, I'm going to take a guess. This is the first time I'm literally touching it. So I want to try something because I've read something, but I've not tried it on this one. I want to do it here on this video with you guys. So let's see if they're all, what happened to them is the same as what I think. And it is. So there is the Stinger driver's left leg. That's as far as it goes back versus the right leg, which is slightly further, not much. It definitely does not go back 90 degrees, which it should. And I thought I had another figure laying around here with, I guess I don't. Yeah, so just some figure parts. So this is an old Spirit leg. You can see the difference. Let me do it this way. You can see the difference in the leg and how far back that leg bends. This is 90 degrees, and this is not. Quality control issue. I would imagine that because the Cobra Officer in the 2-pack has the exact same issue, this came out afterwards. He's definitely just a repaint, which is what it is, meaning the tooling remained the same. The issue is not fixed before him. So either Hasbro is not aware of the issue prior to him already being produced en masse before delivery, or they knew it didn't care. I tend to think that because this was offered pretty early on, I think it just got missed on the Officer, and then by default also missed on this guy because it's the same figure. So I'm hoping that future O-ring figures, which I don't even know what they're doing there, will have this issue fixed. But so far, this is pretty disappointing because, like, if I would go to sit him, and I'm glad I didn't put the chassis on, like, it doesn't affect the driver much sitting in the vehicle. I mean, it really doesn't, and honestly. And if you're just gonna put them, if it's display purposes, oh shit, if it's display purposes, not a big deal. It's just disappointing that his leg only goes back that far. But I mean, overall, I'd say, generally speaking, it's just not a bad toy here. It's pretty decent overall. At a 5 stars, I'd say maybe 3.5. I think it could be 4 if it wasn't for this kind of takes away from that a little bit. But generally speaking, I like it. I was hoping to get this thing together here. Incidentally, while I'm doing this, we are going to have a little. I'm gonna do another video on some Hasbro stuff later on this evening, Saturday, with Cobra Viper about just some Hasbro stuff we want to talk about. I wanted to do a live YouTube video, but I am not going to be able to do that because apparently you need like X amount of followers or something to even do a YouTube live. I did not know that. So, you know, here's what it is. Let's see. Here's the missile assembly. That went together pretty easily. Not too bad. That would go in last. I'm still not really entirely sure about this dashboard thing because it looks a little weird how that fits in there. Interesting. So that's saying, oh, never mind. So it doesn't actually go on the chassis. There's a pin. I didn't see it. There's a pin up here, a post. So I guess you guys can't see that. What the hell am I doing? The dashboard snaps into a pin that sticks out right there. So yeah, dashboard's in. So not bad. Steering wheel. Let's see. Steering wheel snap in there. The plastic is pretty sturdy. I'm kind of liking that. I like how the steering wheel is in the same, like the way it looks in the old Stinger, it's like a V shape center part to the steering wheel. That's pretty cool. Let's see, and I'll do all these again. I'll do these decals later on. I'm not overly interested in worrying about all of that right now. This is a little bit of a push forward at a 45-degree angle to snap into the front, same way as the old one. I just wouldn't lock down the back yet because you need your rear step. Has to go in. Rear step goes on, and that snaps in later. So we have this, and then what am I missing here? I'm doing something wrong. Oh, there we go. There we go. And then hopefully this just snaps in place. I don't know why it's not doing this for me. There, maybe that's it. Oh, there we go. Okay. There it is assembled. Not bad. I might even be willing to give this 4 stars instead of 3.5 because now that this is together, and it's pretty durable. I mean, like I said, it's got the plastics, so quote, softer. Not too bad. Even the back grab bar, the rear grab bar is a little sturdier than the original. I mean, time will tell how that works out.